Hello YouTube, this is Killer Cheese here, and today guys, it is Tuesday, got my new camera, and we are going to be doing tip number 1 of the 7-day how to improve your recording series. So this is the first day of this series, and this is basically going to be a series on how your videos can come out the best, and I'm going to be doing this every day for a whole week, giving you 1 tip per day, and at the end of the week you guys will have great videos. So guys, today's tip is lighting. Now you guys can see my face, but you can also see the colors, and this is because of lighting. I am sitting right in front of a window, so this shows you guys don't even need expensive like umbrella lights or anything like that to have good lighting. Now natural lighting will make things look the best by far, but if you do need artificial lighting such as an umbrella light, a softbox, things like that, because it's nighttime or something like that, that is okay too. Getting into some camera settings that would affect your lighting, pretty much almost everything, but the main ones are ISO, aperture, and also white balance. So your ISO and aperture are both used to allow more light into the camera, and aperture specifically can get you a depth of field, which is basically you can blur your background. I'm not doing it right now just because I just want an example. That's a different video actually, how to blur your background. But the ISO is less allowing light into your camera, but it's more artificial light. So say you're in a really dark room, you can up your ISO and your image would be brighter, but the thing with ISO, when you put it too high, the quality is going to go down a lot, and that will make your footage grainy, and I'm going to give you an example of that later in the video. But right now you can see I have really good lighting. I'm in focus. That's one thing that lighting helps with. Focus, blurry background, and just so your colors look right as well. White balance, that is changing the colors of your light. Say you have a really yellow light and you don't like that effect. You can change the white balance to make it more clear. And basically, depending on what kind of light you have, white balance will help you get the perfect colors that look more real. Now guys, I'm going to give an example of a super low ISO, and this is ISO 100, which is the minimum of most cameras. And as you can see guys, yeah, I have light coming on me, but if the ISO is way too low, it's not going to work. Now 200, 400, and 800 is a perfect ISO. You always want to see how well your image comes out with different ISO levels. Here's an example of 6400 ISO, which is super bright. As you can see, you can't really see me. So back to 800, there we go. Now shutter speed can actually also adjust the amount of light that gets into your camera. But the thing is, when recording video, you always want to have your shutter speed double your frame rate. So you guys, so here's an example of an 800 ISO with 30 shutter speed. And here's a test with 60 shutter speed, 800 ISO. So as you can see, with the lower shutter speed, your camera can capture more light, but it also will make your footage choppy. Like, see this? This is smooth because 60 shutter speed goes with 30 FPS. If I was shooting at 60 FPS, I would have to go to 120 shutter speed, which would probably make me up my ISO or something like that. So guys, now you are looking at a different white balance. Now this white balance would be used if you're in a very... Now this white balance would be used if you're in a very yellow, orange light, like warm light area. Like most house lights are yellow or orange, but right now I'm using daylight, and I also have an umbrella light which is white light. Now say I was using my umbrella light, I might use this because this is more orange, more bright, like red, warm colors. It actually does work decently well in the sun. To get more real looking colors though, I am on custom white balance, which I can actually make a video for you guys on how to customize your white balance. So now guys, I'm going to be going outside to show you guys what too much light might look like. So guys, I am outside right now, and as you can see, it is way too bright. I have my ISO on the lowest, and we always want to keep our shutter speed double. So right now, see out here, super bright, but I just went in a little bit of shade, and you guys can see it comes out really nice. One other thing you can do is higher your aperture, and then that can also help, see? With a higher aperture, that can also help it not be too bright. But if you want that blurry background, you're going to have to lower your aperture. And mine is at 3.5 right now because that is the lowest my kit lens can go to. But I am getting a 55mm 1.8 aperture lens very soon. And that is when I am going to make the how to blur your background video. But guys, let's head inside. So guys, now I am in a very dark setting, and basically I need to up my ISO, but basically, see this? Now my ISO is on the max, and when it is, the quality is not going to be that good because it is not actual light, it is the camera making our fake light, technically, and as you can see, the footage gets pretty grainy. Can't really see it because it's not in focus because of the lighting. So what you can do to fix this is turn on a different light, and then lower your ISO, and then here we go. Now the footage is looking a bit better. So guys, just make sure that you guys always have good lighting, and then make sure that your camera settings are good as well. In this video, we went over the ISO, aperture, shutter speed, all that stuff, low light, high light, how to fix all that stuff. But guys, just sit in front of a window, pull out your camera, adjust the settings a little bit, and you should be good to go. So guys, I hope you all did enjoy this tip number 1 of this 7-day series. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.